The last thing that we want to do though is if you have something that's very like steep incline, I'm not really seeing much of anything in this area, but maybe like around here, you can see it's kind of looking like a little bit stretched out. And that's because for our material map here, we're basically just taking a snapshot from directly above our landscape. And so when it has a very steep angle like this, it's going to basically take those pixels and it's going to have to stretch them quite a bit because of how steep our incline is. There's a way to fix that, so I'm going to show you guys how you can fix that right now. Let's just make sure that we go ahead and click save. We're going to save everything real quick because it's looking good. We're going to hit save all. So we're going to go back into our master material here, and I'm just going to kind of drag that up a little bit. And the way we're able to fix this issue is by right clicking here, and we're going to search for vertex normal and vertex normal WS, and we're going to isolate once again the height data. So we're going to do component mask. We're going to hit enter, and we're going to uncheck our red and green channels, and we're going to check the blue channel just like before. We're going to add a multiply node, and then we're going to hit S. And we're just going to call this side adjustment, and then we're going to put this into the A channel, and then our side adjustment into the B channel. And once again, we're going to need to clamp this between 0 and 1, so we're going to do a saturate node, and we're going to end up taking this out into a multiply node. And we're going to take the saturate node from over here, and we're going to drag it out, and we're going to actually invert this, because what's going on here is basically in order to multiply this properly, we're going to need to invert this. So basically we need to flip these around. So we're going to put this into the B channel. So in order to properly multiply this, we need to invert this, but we also don't want to mess up the final output into this alpha channel. So we need to then invert it again, and so we'll drag this multiply node out, and we'll do 1 minus x, and it's a 1 minus node. That's just an inversion. It just inverts your output. So I'm just going to drag this into the A channel and this one into the B channel just for better organization, so we don't have these lines crossing. It doesn't really matter because it's just multiplying. And now if we zoom out, we're just going to take the output of this inversion here, and we're going to put it into the alpha. And so now if we just kind of move this over a little bit, if you want to stay organized, you can kind of comment these things. I probably don't comment things as much as I should, but you know. So then if we hit save and we go in here and take a look, and one thing that I forgot to do in here is I actually want to set the default value of this side adjustment parameter to 1. So we're just going to hit enter and then click save, and now if we go in here, everything should be right, and we shouldn't need to actually modify that parameter. As long as it's not 0, we're fine. So now we have our blending, and you can see that those textures actually blend nicely up onto our surface. So that last part of removing the texture stretching is optional. I actually find that my assets seem to blend a little bit better if I don't have that turned on. So if you look at the difference here, if I apply this, you can actually start to see the line a little bit here. And, you know, it still blends very well and it works really well. But I'm actually going to personally just leave this off because I don't have anything that's really going to be crazy using this. So I'm just going to go in here and hook up my saturate node to my alpha and then save that. And you can see that, you know, now it's looking really nice, and we don't see any sort of line there whatsoever. Just keep that in mind. That last part is you know, kind of optional, but I do want to show you guys in case you would have a lot of these things going on in your scene and it's looking bad, you can fix that.